What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Legends of Tomorrow video. So, it's been a while since we've had Legends of Tomorrow on our screens, but it is back. And so far, the CW superhero shows have been killing it. So first of all, we had Supergirl, which possibly had its best episode yet. The Flash had possibly one of its strongest storytelling episodes yet. And Legends of Tomorrow has proved why it is what it is. And it's a fun, romp, sci-fi show. So, we've got the Legends back. They've managed to somehow find Rip Hunter. He's actually making a TV show based on the Legends, Vandal Savage, all this kind of stuff. But it's not actually him. He's actually making a film school thesis with George Lucas, which proved to be one of the funniest show within a shows yet. Not since Wormhole Extreme have I laughed at a self-referential episode. So we've got the Legion of Doom. They've pretty much kind of formed at the end of the last episode-ish. We know they want to find the Spear of Destiny, and this episode started off with a flashback as we see Rip take the Spear of Destiny from the Wave Rider. So this is the MacGuffin that is going to be the whole crux of the end of this season. It turns out that this Spear of Destiny is going to make any of these time aberrations actually reality. So it's quite a big thing, and obviously the fact that Eobard Thawne wants it because he hates Barry so much, well, that kind of makes sense why he wants it. Damien Darhk as well, and of course Malcolm Merlyn. So this very, very powerful item should not find its way into the hands of this Legion of Doom, which is possibly why Rip Hunter actually rewrote his mind the way he did, and he's now been captured. So I thought this was a very strong episode. I feel that the gravitas that the Legion of Doom had was quite high. I think that they portrayed themselves very well, and I loved the fact of Malcolm Merlyn and Damien Darhk walking through the streets, and Malcolm wanted to go and see where Frank Sinatra did some thing, which was great. And this is the kind of bromance which I never thought I wanted, but now I can't live without, especially with Reverse Flash being involved as well in this updated Legion of Doom. And I liked Nate saying that it's an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon that he watched, because that is possibly the Super Friends, which is the precursor to the Justice League. So we've got the Legion of Doom in that, and that's kind of very, very meta self-referential thing there from Nate, and it kind of justifies the really hokey name because, well, he's referencing a very hokey cartoon. So we've got that, and I think we've got the subplot, of course, with the whole Leonard Snart thing. So I do think that what's happened is we've got Leonard, he's kind of displaced in time, just like Rip, but when he blew up that thing at the end of Season 1, he kind of got spread across the universe, kind of like his consciousness is there, but it is actually reaching out to his ex-best friend. But we know that Captain Cold is going to join Legion of Doom. So is he trying to get his old friend to convince him to join him? We're not too sure. Obviously he was Kronos at some point there, and maybe he's trying to get him to join the Legion of Doom. But we thought that Leonard had actually turned a page. We thought that he had actually started to become a good guy, just like the rogues in the comics. And I can't really see him siding with Reverse Flash, Malcolm Merlyn and Damien Darhk. But he is going to at some point, so I think that Leonard is actually trapped in time, so to speak, kind of like Rip was and what he is. and that's possibly what's happened, and he's trying to reach out to him. We will obviously only find out in time, but I really do hope that we're going to see him soon. Possibly this is due to him filming Prison Break at the moment, and we should see him very, very soon, because he did sign a contract to be on all of these shows at once. So that's very, very strange. I liked the whole George Lucas thing quite a lot. I thought it would be kind of cheesy and crap, but the fact that at the end we had our heroes in a trash compactor, and also they said that you're the only hope. So a lot of Star Wars Easter eggs and references there in this episode. So the Spear of Destiny, it's weird that they've chosen something like this that isn't too much to do with DC. It's not like it's very much obviously a historically accurate item, just like kind of like the Ark of the Covenant was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Obviously this is called Raiders of the Lost Art. Obviously a film reference, and also a kind of art style, you know, that stuff. So we've got that fitting in quite well. Just generally a solid episode. I think everyone does everything pretty well. I like the fact that they made Nate a yoga instructor of all things. I like the fact as well when Ray was like, why are you asking me about that? Possibly we had the brain surgery subplot. It's a bit ridiculous in this, I think. Maybe just a bit too much in one go, but I think they handled it well, and it was pretty much a very, very solid episode. I really did enjoy it, and I think that in chemistry of the show having the Legion of Doom as a main enemy now they have that kind of knowledge of who they are. They still call obviously Eobard the Speedster. Wouldn't Stein know who he is? Maybe, but I don't think Stein has actually seen him in person. I think he has. Just don't quote me on that. Memory's a bit hazy. There's an aberration going on. So, moving forward, I think that the show's going to be a lot more focused in the way that we've got the Spear of Destiny. A lot of the shows are a lot more focused now. They've got a main villain, so to speak. So I'm excited to see where this show goes, and I'm hoping we'll see more versions of Rip, because he is obviously in a Turncoat episode. He's in a British redcoat, and I love the fact when he turned up, he did his best acting, and then was just shot the gun and was just, oh shit, that didn't work. So, solid episode, some very, very cool bits in it so far. But that is it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. See you soon. Goodbye.